What's going on, guys? SUBCRIBE back with another New York Jets franchise video, and this preview is actually going to be a lot different from most of the other all the other previews that I've done. I'm going to show you highlights of the previous game. This is what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm going to show you in these previews the highlights of the previous game, just so you guys don't have to watch a 25-minute video every time. I'd love you guys to watch the gameplay videos, but I know that not everybody has time to do it. So this is for everybody who doesn't really have time to watch the full videos. I hope you guys enjoy it. And without further ado, here we go, guys. From Foxborough, Massachusetts, the 4-1 New York Jets taking on the 5-0 New England Patriots. Patriots looking to extend their undefeated streak to 6-0 as they chase another undefeated season. But standing in their way, Blake Hopgood-Chittick and the Jets, as BHC able to find Adrian Sheffield over the middle up to the 38-yard line. Of course, BHC coming off a really tough game against the Bengals, but now on a 3rd and 7, he's going to scramble, show off some of that athleticism that he has, and slides down, gets up to the 22-yard line. That's going to set up a 1st and 10. And here's Alvin Chevrolet Kamara up the right side getting blocks, and he goes an untouched 22 yards for the touchdown. And he got some really good blocks down the field by both Austin Walter, the right tackle, and Tyree Gorn, the receiver. And he's able to get in there untouched. So a 7-0 lead for the Jets. Next Jets drive, BHC trying to make it a 14-0 game, but he's picked off by Cyrus Jones as he was looking for Jordy Nelson, just forced it over the middle, and Jones makes him pay. So now the Patriots set up shop. A 3rd and 19, Tom Brady back to pass, and he does what Tom Brady does. He throws it up and he finds Brandon Cooks, who makes a great grab at the 16-yard line. Patriots would have to settle for 3. Next Patriots drive, Brady, 1st and 10. He's going to throw right side, and another great catch. Quincy Enunwa this time sets up another Patriots field goal. Now 7-6. BHC scrambling, throws last second, and he's picked off again by Cyrus Jones. And this time Jones has some space. Gets a few blocks, and he could go all the way, except Derek Pete slows him down. The rest of the Jets get on him. Patriots settle for another field goal. 9-7 going into the half. Now 1st and 10. Patriots looking to extend their lead. Brady drops back, and he finds Tevin Coleman, who's hit hard. Marcus is going to be May with the big hit on Coleman. DRC picks it up, and the Jets are in the red zone immediately. And just a huge hit from Marcus May. Pops the ball out, and the Jets now have great field position. But they get held to a 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. Hand off to the Chevy Kamara again. And Alvin Kamara with another touchdown. That's going to put the Jets up now 14-9. As Kamara again gets great blocking and goes in untouched yet again. And now the Patriots looking to respond. That's the 3rd and 10. Brady back to pass. He throws left side over the middle to Quincy Enunwa. But another big hit from May is going to put Enunwa out of this game. He did not return, but x-rays came back negative, and he should be back next week for the Patriots. But the game has to go on, obviously. 1st and 10, Brady back to pass. He has time, throws right side, and he's able to find Brandon Cooks, and Cooks is about to cook up to the 19-yard line. Patriots in the red zone now. Now 3rd and goal, handoff to Coleman, and he's blown up by Casey Hackney. Loses the football, picked up by CJ Daly. Nobody's going to catch Daly. He could go all the way. A 94-yard touchdown return on the fumble is 2nd in as many weeks, and Coleman would actually leave the game with an injury after that hit. Casey Hackney absolutely blew him up. You can see he's holding his leg right now, and Coleman just didn't even have a chance as Hackney just comes up to the line and blows him up. So now it's 21-9, 3rd and 22 for Brady as he finds a wide open Malcolm Mitchell, and Mitchell could go all the way. This time a 78-yard touchdown reception and run as the Jets completely blow the coverage there. And that leaves Mitchell wide open. Mitchell, by the way, filling in for Enunwa, so he gets his time to shine. It's 21-16 now. 2nd and 3 for the Jets. BHC on the play fake. He's able to find Tyree Gorin, and Gorin up to the 43-yard line. Now a 3rd and 3 for the Jets. BHC gonna scramble. And he's able to find Jordy Nelson, who gets up to the 18-yard line. Jets again in the Patriots red zone. But 2 holding calls brought the Jets back to a 2nd and 30. And this time Kamara on the screen. And the Chevy Kamara able to get 22 yards on the play. That's going to set up a 3rd and 8 now. BHC in the shotgun. And he drops back looking. And he's able to find Jordy Nelson on the right side. Nelson able to get the 1st down up to the 4-yard line. And that sets up BHC. showing off the athleticism again, scrambles out of the pocket under pressure. And then he's just like, why not take it myself? Gets into the end zone, the ball is stripped, but that's after he broke the plane. So it's a touchdown for the Jets, 28-16. And then Tom Brady on the ensuing possession gets hit by Dylan Donahue, fumbles it. But the Patriots recover. They would have to settle for a punt, though. And now 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. BHC throws the screen to Gorin again. And Gorin able to get up to about the 34-yard line. Nice clean screenplay that hasn't really worked for the Jets too much this season, but it works there. And BHC out of the pistol, 1st and 10. He's going to set in pocket, throws right side, and he finds Gorin up to the 45-yard line. Jets looking to put this game away. A great game for Gorin, by the way. We'll get to his stat line later on in the video. But a 4th and inches, and the Jets go to old reliable Will Commander Shepard up the middle, and he's able to get the 1st down, extend the drive for the Jets. Now 3rd and 7, BHC back to pass. Throws over the middle to Gordon again with another clutch catch. Gets up to the 13-yard line, and then 1st and 10 out of the pistol. BHC drops back, and he's going to find Gordon in the end zone for a touchdown. An amazing pass by BHC and a great catch by Gordon in the end zone. Mind you, they started the drive from their own 8-yard line, and they were able to drive 92 yards down the field, avoiding turning the ball over on downs on a 4th down to finish this game off. And the New York Jets avenged their 3 losses to the Patriots, including the playoffs last year, to give the Patriots their first loss. 35-16 is your final. A great game from Tom Brady, even in the losing effort, but he did get sacked 11 times by the Jets defense. And the Jets take 1st place in the AFC East. So we look ahead to week 8, and that is the trade deadline, as most of you guys who watch football know. And I decided to make a trade. I decided to trade with my favorite team, the Tennessee Titans. And I've traded away Cullen Roberts, a 4th-round pick for this year's draft, and Denard Robinson in exchange for Quentin Spain, the left guard, and Kevin Dodd, the edge rusher. So I'm just going to break this trade down for you. Pretty much, Cullen Roberts really wasn't getting the job done for me. He's given up 10 sacks playing tackle for me this year. And if you remember, BHC got hurt after the during the 3rd game of the last season because the O-line was basically letting them down. So I had to make a change to the offensive line, giving up Roberts to get Quentin Spain, who is a much more reliable left guard. Andy Levitri has been really disappointing so far this season. I mean, he's kind of old. He's kind of up there in age. So getting Spain kind of gives me stability at the left guard position. As far as Denard Robinson goes, he did really good for me last season. And I appreciate everything he did for the team. But with Alvin Kamara and Asher Johns getting most of the carries, Robinson kind of got lost in translation and pretty much was reduced to being a kick returner. I can get Johns to return kicks for me, no problem. And Tennessee kind of needed a backup running back because all they have is Derrick Henry. I don't believe they have DeMarco Murray anymore. So works out for them. They get a solid receiving back to be the backup to Derrick Henry. And then Kevin Dodd, I kind of just added him for defensive line depth. He can play and or tackle for me. He was an outside linebacker in a 3-4, but he weighs 277 pounds. So I can definitely put him at defensive end for me or D tackle since we run a 4-3. So now we're into week 8. Of course, the trade deadline is this week. That's about it for the trades that we made. Maybe there's going to be another trade, maybe not. I don't really know what other teams are doing around the league, but we're pretty much done doing trades. And we take a look at the rest of the week 7 matchups. And again, my Titans letting me down, losing to the Jaguars 31-10. Dolphins lost to the Redskins. Of course, we beat the Patriots. And the Bills were actually off this week, so no game for them. And we look at the top players for week 7. Eli Manning, over 300 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Aaron Donald had 3 sacks. Deion Lewis had a really solid game, running the ball and receiving. And of course, Cyrus Jones had 2 interceptions against us. So those are your 4 players of the week. And we look at the standings. The Jets currently tied for 2nd with the Patriots, although theoretically they're sitting in 2nd because they beat the Patriots. The Chargers, the top team in the AFC with a 6-1 record. Then you have the Patriots at 5-1, the Chiefs at 4-2, Steelers at 4-2, Raiders at 4-2. Looking in the NFC, the Rams are sitting at the top with a 5-1 record. Then the Cowboys, who beat us, at 5-2, Panthers 4-2, Seahawks 4-2, Lions at 3-2-1, Falcons 4-3, Packers 4-3. Looking at the division standings, Steelers sitting at the top of the AFC North with the Bengals and Browns not too far behind them. Jags at 3-3, Colts 3-4, Titans 2-5, Texas 1-6 in the AFC South. In the East, it's Jets and Patriots at 5-1, Bills at 3-3, Dolphins 2-5. Then we look at the AFC West, Chargers 6-1, Chiefs 4-2, Raiders 4-3, Broncos 2-5. Look at the NFC North, Lions 3-2-1, Packers 4-3, Bears 3-4, Vikings 2-4. And the NFC South, Panthers 4-2, Falcons 4-3, Buccaneers 3-3, Saints 3-3. In the NFC East, Cowboys 5-2, Eagles 3-4, Redskins 3-4, Giants 2-4-1. Last but not least, the NFC West, Rams 5-1, Seahawks 4-2, Niners 3-3, Cardinals 2-5. Cardinals coming off a really tough loss to our next opponent, the Pittsburgh Steelers, a 42-10 victory for the Steelers. And not even close. It was 28-0 at halftime. Arizona kind of got some sympathy points in the second half. But Pittsburgh really dominated time of possession. And looking at the stats, Big Ben Roethlisberger, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell, 19 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown. And 2 touchdowns for James Conner on the ground as well. Philly Brown had a pretty solid game as well, getting a touchdown. And this is a tough slate of weeks for the Jets because they played the Patriots last week. Now they have to play the Steelers, who are still a pretty solid team. They're the top team in their division. And they still have a pretty solid defense. Their offense is still really good with Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. And they still have the same offensive line that they've had for the past few years. So I think the key for the Jets is to get after Roethlisberger the same way they got after Brady in the past week when we had 11 sacks. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm not saying like it's going to be something easy, but at the same time, I have a lot of faith in this defensive line. I expect big things out of Kevin Dodd, who's going to be getting his first start of his career, I believe, unless he started in Tennessee for a few games that I don't know about. But we'll see how it does. It's going to be kind of a trial. I'll see what he can do. Jordan Jenkins should still get some burn, but we'll have to see what happens. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the highlight format that I do for these week previews or week reviews or whatever you want to call them. I think it's a pretty dope idea. I feel like I'll get a lot of views on these videos, but let me know what you think. I'll have the gameplay for the Steelers-Jets game up either later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen, but anyways, stay tuned for that. You guys have a great rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. I'm out of here. Deuces.